Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sharon, and this is Classy Things Design.
Hey guys, I see so many of these beautiful farmhouse projects done, but being that I'm a glam girl, I had never created it. But I decided that today I'm going to mix glam and farmhouse together. So I started out with two of these Dollar Tree pumpkins, removing the accessories, but saving them because we're going to use them later to put them back. I cleaned up the pumpkins and prepared them for painting. Of course, I always decide to remove my labels, which this time I did it with heat and it came off lickety split. Taking the two, I used a little bit. This brush has broken on me, but we will fix that. Taking the two, I used a little bit of my, god dang it, let's put some hot glue on the bottom of this brush handle and see if that'll help hold it. Okay, so I'm using some chalk paint to paint the entire pumpkin on the front, just to make sure that I have the letter all covered up and to basically use it as a primer. And then I used on this second pumpkin, I flipped it over and painted the back. The reason that I flipped it over is because I want the pumpkin stalks to both be pointing at each other instead of going the same direction. Next, I came in with a little bit of this pearl paint by Deco Art and just used it to paint the pumpkin. When I had my pumpkin completed and allowed it to dry, look how pretty that is, right? After it was dry, I came in with some Mod Podge along the bottom, and I'm taking some of T Glit's, gosh, I can't think of the name. I will link it below. It's this beautiful new glitter that she offers on her website. I came in with that. It's a mixture of silver, chunky, iridescent, because I wanted the bottom of my pumpkin to have this beautiful color on it and give it a little bit of definition. And then at the top, I just glittered it with another super really pretty fine white. I think it was White Mountain Floors of T Glitz. The second pumpkin, I came in with this metallic gray and repeated the exact same steps, making sure that I had it painted completely. And you'll notice that it has some of the white because I did not allow the base paint to dry completely. I wanted that white and gray to try to blend together. I painted the entire stalk on this one, and then using a darker metallic gray, I came in, and I love the metallic paints, you guys. I came in to start to shadow in the color of the pumpkins to make this, the pumpkin lines, to give it the dent. Now I'm using the gray. I'm not really showing you guys these colors because I just want to show you how you can make this your own and make any colors that you want. We're going to make this farmhouse, but we're going to make this a glam farmhouse, and you can add these styles together. Next, I'm taking a paper towel and I'm just going to dampen my lines by blotting them on, and then taking a brush and helping to feather that out a little bit more to make the lines more shadowy instead of harsh, stark lines on there. So I allow that to dry completely. And then for this project, or this pumpkin, I again used some Mod Podge, and I came in with T Glitz Artemis Crystal and glitter the entire pumpkin with this beautiful Artemis Crystal. I just want to thank you guys for watching. If you are not a part of the Classy family, I encourage you to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can join the Classy family. I picked up these large pieces of glitter, or large pieces of confetti from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to use this with some hot glue to help cover in our pumpkin shadow lines where I have where you can see them through the paint, right through my glitter. You can see them, but I want to make them just a little bit stronger with these this confetti. Yes, confetti. Anyway, so I just repeated that whole step, dumping the confetti over the hot glue. And be careful because hot glue is hot, it does burn. And I just put this over the hot glue to cover it up and make it fit within. These little things get everywhere. Using the spray glue that I found at the Dollar Tree, I used it to seal everything in, all my glitter. You guys, this is like my new fave. This is my new favorite way to seal the glitter in, because not only did it allow it to still sparkle, but it kept it, it sealed it in so that now I don't have any glitter fall off. Next, we're going to make our little sign for the front of our project, and I'm going to take two of these little triangles or square slats from the Dollar Tree to gluing them together at the end to make our sign, if I don't glue them to the table first. All right, and just take off the excess that squoze out. Any of the squeeze out, just take the excess out, and I'm going to go ahead and use my my Cricut spatula to help make sure that it's all the excess is off of it and level. My battery died, so off camera I used some brown chalk paint, and I created a stencil on my Cricut to make the words fall in love, fall in love. And then I transferred them onto here and took off the transfer tape. Next, I'm using a lighter color, it's kind of caramel, of chalk paint, and I'm just going to dab the entire project with this foam dabbing brush to make sure that I get around the project completely without brushing it. And again, you can use whatever colors you want. That's why I'm not being really specific on my colors. Whatever color match your decor. Taking a harder bristle brush that I picked up from the Dollar Tree, I'm just brushing over the wet paint. This is going to give it some of that farmhouse look, kind of a rustic, yeah, I guess a rustic look, just lightly brushing over it. And then while the paint is still wet, I'm removing the letters, because this too will give it more of a farmhouse look where it looks like it's bleeded in onto the letters instead of having perfectly clean lines. You know, farmhouse kind of has that, what is the word I'm looking for? Oh, nah, I'll think of it. Distress. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm going to keep brushing over the plaque so I can distress it a little bit. Now it's time for us to put these two beautiful pumpkins together. You can see that I have put back the embellishments on them. I didn't do anything to them. I just added those embellishments back as I took it off. I did have to retie the bow for the one that I separated. But I'm going to take some of these Dollar Tree wood blocks, the Jenga blocks, and I'm just going to hot glue them onto the back of my little sign that I created. And I have to tell you, this hot glue that I am using, normally I would like to use wood glue because I'm working on wood pieces, but I'm using this Gorilla Glue hot glue, and it is a beast. It's some really, really good hot glue. And I am not sponsored by Gorilla Glue, but I'm just going to tell you, if you want some really good hot glue that dries clear, consider using theirs. It is a little bit more expensive, but it works well. And you can see I'm just putting my my blocks on the bottom pumpkin and gluing the top pumpkin down and holding it down until it cools off, and then I'm going to glue the back of the second half so that I can glue the two pieces together. When I glue the two pieces together, I do want to be mindful that I have them lined up so that my pumpkins will stand up correctly. And then now I'm going to also put a little piece underneath the back of this silver pumpkin so that it won't fall until the glue dries, and that'll help hold it straight. Next, I'm going to just go ahead and glue my sign down, again doing the same thing with the wood blocks. I'm going to put two wood blocks on one side and one wood block on the other side. That helps make sure that the distance between the two and the sign is even. So this side that'll be white will have two wood blocks. Again, that's because I've got the gray sign on top of the white sign, and this is the distance 2 wood blocks apart. So we're just going to glue that on and continue the project. Off camera, I glued a couple of wood blocks to the back of each of the pumpkins to help make sure that they were able to have some leverage to stand up. And this is how they turned out. Aren't they pretty? I just love them. This is where Farmhouse meets Glam. Tell me what you think. Do you think I killed it? I think I did a really good job. I am not a big farmhouse girl, but now that I've put glam with it, I think I might be able to create some additional farmhouse projects. Just look at how pretty this glitter is. This is tea glitz, mountain forest, I believe is what it is. Our sign looks lightly distressed and not too farmhouse, but absolutely beautiful. Thank you guys for watching. Leave me some comments down below and I'll see you in our next video.